Do you see this prom worker's ticket, Gina? It's the one you took to Winnie Banks, isn't it? The one that the black overcoat you're wearing, the one for that black overcoat that you're wearing now. What? That? I don't know. They all look the same to me, those tickets. Surely not. Well, this one has a very obvious mark on it that would appear to be blood. Huh. And it's on your coat jacket as well. Does that ring any bells? I don't know, it all looks the same to me, blood. And they all sound the same to me, these answers. Suspicious. So, like, that didn't do much. Did it change any conversations? No, it didn't. Can we then present maybe the other one? Or maybe the blood samples portfolio? Or something like that? Here, Gina, look at this. Not that. I was saying you could have it. Oh, won't you? Well, when someone says I can't have stuff, it makes me want it, you see? You better hand it over now. No, I'm not giving it to you. So what if you present the blood samples to kind of be like, hey, is this your blood? Those stains on the sleeves of your new coat, Gina, they're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? Blood, Mr. Naruto? You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So it could be blood splattered from Mr. Winniebank when he was shot last night. Let's not beat around the bush here. This trusty friend of mine will get the results much faster than anything else. Okay, so this is what we have to do. Okay, fine. Take it easy, Iris. Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot. And what color is the blood? It is purple. So that means it's Windy Banks? No, his is blue. So this is... Hold on a second. Let's check it out. They're going to say who it is, but I want to see for myself. Oh, Thrice Fired Mason. So this is blue. Unknown. I'm guessing that then is, what's his face's? Oh. Oh my. She's like, look at me. What the? Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. Of course. The black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now. And the blood has reacted with the alchemic chemical to turn purple color, which matches the one of the samples we already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? It was, Mason. Yes, it was the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago. I knew it. What are you all on about? The victim, what do you mean? So you killed Mason? Good. You probably had it coming. It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruto, but I think it's making things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. It was probably the guy who worked at the bank. Probably. Oh, would someone explain what's going on? Stop telling half a story. So now we have to converse with Suzato-san about the truth about the omnibus case. We can see now that the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGilda's overcoat. But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul still wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't much start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. These stains couldn't have arisen from McGilda trying to pull the victim to his feet. Oh, it's his overcoat. I forgot about this. If that really had happened, the blood wouldn't have splashed all over the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood is that it splattered all over McGilda's coat when he stabbed the victim in his stomach. I've tried to run for the truth for long enough, but there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, is Magnus McGilded. Oh, wow. Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like towards the end we kind of realized he definitely wasn't innocent, right? And we defended an innocent man, but I guess that's what we had to do. There was no evidence at the point to point him towards it, I suppose. Or like definitive evidence, you know. Mr. Naruto, that horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from the trial. He used us. If we weren't there, he would have walked free anyway. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen? Reno, did you believe him, though? Did you believe Mr. McGilder was innocent? I believed, or rather, I think I was trying to believe I wanted to. Because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon. A lawyer's weapon. Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. You mean Kazuma-sama? Listen, Rinosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie. Which is why we actually remember and talk about the primary weapon. But I don't remember exactly what it is. An unwavering belief in our clients. Okay. Yeah, so we had to have it, right? We had to have that. That's all we have. Unwavering belief? Only when we truly believe what our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you unwaveringly. Sounds like in this empire of Japan, you come from everyone must be soft. Look at this mess. It's got you believing in that bog trotter. Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. Well, at least you've learned your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone's always going to stab you in the back in the end. As soon as you let down your guard, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe in no one. Get hurt by no one. May I ask you something? What? I just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say rip him up and chuck him away? So she doesn't want us to defend her. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what he wants all now. Mr. Unbelievable Lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me in the trial 2 months ago. I let everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can't believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruto, a lawyer's primary weapon is unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened. Of course I trust her. What do you mean? Of course. Always. Gina. Let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Are you half-baked? Not at all. You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Seriously, Mr. Naruto? Didn't you know what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fibs just tripped me off me tongue. I'm a diva. Don't forget. She's so down on herself as well, because that's how people treat her. She's gonna act like that as well, you know? I pulled the wool over your eyes for 2 months and I got you into all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. Gina, I do understand why you chose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there is more to this life than you yet realize. What do you mean? The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking in the courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I'm completely on your side. Go on, Rinosuke. Go on, my son. What do you expect me to say to that? Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You Eastern law I don't know what you are, I don't get you. Gina's taking herself off to the back of her cell. She never admitted, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out right in the end, I think. Whoever's hiding there, someone's hiding, show yourself at once. I'm so happy that we're defending Gina, by the way. Eavesdropping is a height of cowardice. Mrs. Otto? Somebody's in there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before. Who? Who? Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Is it Gregson? Oh my god, what a weirdo. I was in the darkness. I suppose you were using one of those mystic Japanese arts like the art of stealth I've heard so much about. Oh, shut up. If anyone's being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. Gregsy. Oh dear me, I'm most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you. How long have you been listening in our conversation? Good grief, listening in? No. I just got word there were some visitors who were refusing to leave, even though it was after hours. I'll show you, ladyship. I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier. That's all it is, nothing untoward, nothing at all. After hours? Is it that late already? So now, I'm excuse myself for now, your ladyship. So, ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio. He's going through all of his, like, usual emotions. The Gregson emotion tree. That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for a ladyship. I would want to have a chat. I'm terribly sorry, but this time pressing at the minute. Oh, I see. That's a shame. If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with as sharp as Lord Strongheart will. Emergency? Lord Strongheart? Not to forget I said anything. I'm off. Alright, Gregsy, if you have to, but let's chat soon. Delighted, charmed, can't wait, if you please, my pleasure. That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. Gregsy's so funny. He says such silly things. I mean, it's silly, but like, there's something going on. There's something definitely going on. Sorry guys, I had to go off for a bit there and then forgot to save, so I had to skip forward the dialogue quite a bit. We're just right after this, and Cesaro's just like, hey, look, tomorrow's the trial or whatever. Like, nothing much has happened after that. And so our investigation came to an end. This is our last investigation, right? This is it. We have done. I've never been that high-pitched in my life. That was a Mickey Mouse take right there. Cesaro-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Cesaro-san will be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. I want to say this, man, that feeling, like, gnawing is such a good word for it, right? That's such a good word. That feeling of like, you know you're gonna have to say goodbye to someone soon. It doesn't feel good. 16th of April, 11:30 p.m. Naruto's legal consultancy. Naruto-san, it's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted. What about you, Susato-san? Today's been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Shones was shot before our eyes. Gina was arrested. All on the back of the news that her father has fallen ill, and she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make my preparations for my departure tomorrow. How about don't go? How about don't go then? How about that? One final task? Oh. It's just 2 months since we arrived in London. We've managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I'd be lying if I said I felt no regret. I'm so sorry, Suzato-san. It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learned something. And what would that be? It seems to me that there are many facets to the people's personalities. Facets? And like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we only see a small number of total facets, and what is illuminated is only part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows? What do these facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live. That's so true. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much, but I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear. That all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. Naruto-san, I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark. It's amazing to think that's just been 2 months. You've grown so much. Sorry, I've what? Oh no, it was nothing. Unimportant. Tomorrow's departure. Well, of course we definitely feel like we've grown. Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning? Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I should be leaving here at 4 a.m. I see, well, I'll escort you to the station. Absolutely not. Sorry? I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow. Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but he wants to say goodbye. Every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible, even though, like me, I'm sure you'll find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try. She's thinking about Gina, she's thinking about us, and you can totally understand that. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean? Is that the thing where she has to hand in the papers? I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this. What is that? Some huge bundle of documents. It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus. The McGilded's case. It seems to me that this case of Mr. Winterback's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case, in ways that are not completely yet apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you. With everything else she's had to think about, Suzato-san still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina. Thank you so much, Suzato-san. I'll do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. Fact. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure. How so? I disagree. I didn't catch quite what you said there. Ignore me, I was just mumbling to myself. That wasn't a mumble. Notes collated by Mr. Zato about the McGilded case that we worked on 2 months ago. I suppose here we go. Well, it's getting rather late. When we have to say goodbye. I think you should go to bed now, Naruto-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room. Suzato-san, I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Oh, this feels really sad. Good night. Wait, there's something I need to say. Hiya! Oh, she's doing the Suzato takedown. Let us speak, Suzato, please. What? What was that? A secret technique of mine. The Suzato shutdown. Oh my god, the shutdown is what is this time? Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears. Oh. It's rough. I relate so much to this sentiment. I hate saying goodbye, and sometimes drifting apart is like the easiest thing you can do. But goodbyes F me up, they fuck me up so much. You know, to relate it to me, which I think you guys kind of like when I do, I have not long left in my current job, because I said I'd stay until the junior certs got to their junior certificate, and that's happening. Saying goodbye to these kids is going to be rough. And it makes me very sad. It's difficult. So I can totally get who Susado's feeling right now. The actual saying goodbye part is hard always. Susado-san. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us and learning the truth about the nemesis of the case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted. Sorry, I skipped that. But I forced myself to close my eyes. And a cacophony of scenes of our lives played here in London. Here in London plays through our mind, because it has been longer than we think even. Thank God I always have the charger like plugged in. It's just always there. And I've been using the PS5 so much for Let's Plays. It never used to happen, but it's happening a lot lately. Eventually, my fatigue triumphed and I fell into a deep sleep. Wait, is that not the end of a chapter? This game's like, what if we just like stretch out the chapters to 10 hours? The Small Hours Saint Sinner's Hospital War 3. Yes, I quite understand. Do you quite understand? Who is this? That is getting a great weight off my mind. Well, look at this scene. Oh, it's Sholmes. He's up and about. Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we've discussed. Thank you so much. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you. Mr. Sholmes, who are you talking about? On the contrary, the pleasure's been mine. I bid you farewell and Godspeed. Say their name. Say their name. Susado! What is happening? That is how you do it, to be continued. That is how you do it. What is happening? With now we're just going into like what, like chapter 5 of the final. Oh, I guess the whole thing is a chapter, and then this is like section 5. I guess us going into this now means that this is the longest chapter officially by a mile, and yeah. It's a lot. Let's save over this. I probably should start from the start again, just so I don't lose the save. That might be a good idea. Let's go up top and save the last save. Oh, but that's where we... Yeah, it's a part. They call it part. That's autosave. Investigation part 4. Yeah, oh yeah, we can save over this for sure. For sure. When I awoke the following morning, Susado-san was already gone. That's so bad! Outside the window, the rain came down in sheets. And so began an even longer day than the last. One that I will remember for the rest of my days. 17th of April, 9:32 a.m. The Old Bailey defendant's antechamber. Good morning, Gina. I'm determined to prove your innocence today. I'm sure we can do it. So where's your friend then? Sorry? You know, earn the fancy dress. Susarto is not gonna be here. Oh, whatever you say, I don't know. Mrs. Sato had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up. You alright with that, are you? Forget about me. If you like, go off and see her off. Nah, where you have to. She would kill us if we came to her instead of defending you. It's not as though Mrs. Sato and I will meet again one day. Even so, but you, Gina, you only get one chance. This trial today is all we have. Good morning to you. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Oh, it's Iris with the little wagahai. How you feeling, Jenny? Did your mind's asleep? Oh, wagahai. Iris, what are you doing here? What do you mean? When a friend is in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Waggy? Waggy's saying it's right. Waggy's like, that's right, yo. Ah, Waggy. Great way to show your support, kitty. Yeah, he's gone. Let me have a nose around. What I'm gonna do? Oh, that reminds me. I bought a paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news? What do you say, Bruno? Ginny? Just tell us. Oh, well, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first. Just tell us. Just tell us. Now, always the good news first. You might want... Just tell us. Just tell us. We don't need 20 minutes of extra dialogue every single time we have to make a decision. We don't need 20 minutes of extra dialogue every single scene. Just tell us. Yes, that question always gives away people's personalities. Let's not go there. Well, I agree. That's actually a really good sentiment to say as well. Like, people like will, you'll find out how the differences between people with questions like that. Alright then, I'll give you the bad news first. A record amount of rain has fallen this morning and carriages all over the capital are struggling to move. Huh? The bad news was a weather report? So hope that Susie made her train to Dover and that the train isn't delayed on its way to the port. Oh, come on, she can come and help us. Gosh, yes. Alright then, so what's the good news? Well, the rain is forecast to subside this afternoon. Okay, if this is not relevant to the case... Iris, you are officially a bad character and I don't want to talk to you ever again. So even if the train is delayed, you should be able to make it up in time later. Well, that is the good news, isn't it? I couldn't give a monkeys, really. If only all good news cancel out the bad. Yep. And look, this trial's made the headlines too. Pawnbroker perishes in pick-purse plunder. That's a really good headline. Oh, you like that? Well, let them say what they want. See if I care. I can't because you're covering your face. Don't worry, Bruno. We'll soon show everyone that this headline is nonsense. I will. And then, in tomorrow's papers, the headlines will be... Discharged diver as dauntless do-gooder. Isn't that right, Bruno? Oh, yes. Let's hope so. Of course they will. I have an absolute faith in you. How was that? I was trying to sound like Susie. Did it work? Did it? It's like she was still here. Today's paper's been added. So, okay, so there is going to be something. A person. Okay, that's weird. Good luck then, Bruno. I'll do what I can. Obviously, I don't know the law like Susie does, but still. I'll be your side the whole time, giving you moral support and encouragement. That, yeah, and pointing that down her face. I'm not sure if the big thing is as comforting as you think it is, to be honest. Let her dream. Let her be yourself. Oh yeah, Iris. Yes, Jenny? Well, I was wondering, it's all about Sholmes. Did they fix him up alright? He was talking to Susato last night, but we didn't see that. Yes, the operation was a great success, but Hurley still hasn't come around yet. Well, wait, he was talking to Susato, though. I know we didn't see that, but still. But still. Yeah? I've asked a friend of mine at Scotland Yard to send a telegram as soon as he wakes up. I'm sure Gregson will let us know the moment there is news. Alright. No Susato, no Mr. Sholmes. It's all down to me today to prove that Gina is innocent of this crime. Miss Gina Stray, Counsel for the Defense, the trial is about to begin. Please make your way to the courtroom. No, I won't do that. It's time then. Yes, let's go, Gina. Iris. Lead the way, Bruno. Watch this now. They're gonna do like... Whoa, they actually moved on. Oh no, I didn't. There you go. Poor Gina. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. I'm sorry that I harp so much on the pacing of the game. I know people are probably just freaking sick of hearing it by now. I get that. I totally get that. But like, I feel like if I didn't say stuff that I, was critical of, I think people would also be critical. But I think I do harp on it too much. I think I do speak about it too much. So that's something I probably should, like, because there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be constantly talking about it. I have to believe in it from start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure our victory here. If I learned anything from my great friend, is that